All right, here's a Monday thought starter just for you. And today I want to talk about ideas. In business, we're always looking for an edge. Is there a way to do something better, faster, cheaper maybe than the competition? Or is there something that nobody else has thought of? That's the holy grail of any business, really. Whether it's a new perspective, a blog article, a product, or an event, coming up with an idea that's never been there before is super exciting, but it's also hard, especially when you have to. Some of the services that I provide to my clients are directly related to ideas. We come up with ideas for everything from marketing strategies to products, sometimes on a very short notice, and we have to deliver. So how do we come up with all of it? Sometimes I sit here and I think to myself, how many ideas are there? Like, are we ever going to run out? Maybe at that point I'm usually banging my head on the desk a little, but it's not always easy. But there is a process to coming up with ideas, to get inspired and to deliver. In other words, especially when you're in the idea business, you need a process to make it happen. Ideas are usually pieces of inspiration. Very few things exist in a vacuum. You could say that Uber was inspired by maybe taxis and pizza delivering. The idea behind Google was originally inspired by academics, citations and publications and the links between them. The more content you consume, the more inspired you will be by the possibilities out there, even if they're not directly related to what you're working on. Sometimes it helps to just get away from it entirely, even for a brief moment. You know how some people have the best ideas in the shower? That's because they're not thinking about solving the problem, or not consciously anyways. I sometimes take the dog for a walk, listen to a few podcasts, and maybe put on music that gets me all pumped up. Sometimes a workout works too. Shout out to Planet Fitness for being open 24/7 on that one. I also have people I like to call, not really about the ideas necessarily, but to have inspiring conversations about who knows what. And my clients call me sometimes for the same reason. Not always about the specific problem, but to talk about related issues and how the world will change in the next 10 years. The other important part are relationships between those pieces, seeing the big picture, you could say. The saying goes, it's hard to see the forest for the trees. Well, it's really easy to see the forest and all kinds of other stuff on Google Maps and satellite view. You can zoom in once you figure out the big picture, refine the idea, and work out the details. I've always found that a bold idea is a good start, even when you're stuck, then having to vet if it's actually possible. Dream big and you'll go big. And lastly, you need a process to put it all down. Whether it's a mind map, a huge dry erase board. One of my offices had floor-to-ceiling windows that we would write all over with dry erase markers and put sticky notes all over. Creativity isn't easy, but if you figure out what sparks your muse, it's something that you can make happen more reliable and eventually almost on command. What are you thinking about in your business? What's the next big thing that will give you an edge over the competition? What can you do so you can dramatically disrupt your industry? Can you be the Oprah of lawyers, the Amazon of insurance, the Tesla of real estate agents? Send me a DM and let's talk about it. That's it for your Monday Thought Starter. And of course, I'll be back on Thursday with Trends on Thursdays. Until then, I'm Tobias Wilhelm.